so you think you got a 3,000 or 3,500 acre, no hunting, no side-by-sides allowed property next to you, and here they have a hiking trail. 1.365. Definitely quiet. Oh man, we got another toilet bowl. This siding is good over here. This water is all coming down right here.
Well, it ain't gonna vibrate. They're buried.
Water just kind of sets right here. I don't know why that's... Hey guys, Kapper here. Welcome back. This is part number 3. Today we're going to look at this 221 acre parcel that was up for auction. It didn't sell, so then they quoted us a price on it to buy the home and parts of the land. So in the last episode we looked over the home. I'll put a link to part 1 and 2 in case you'd like to start with those. So today we're going to check out the land. Two different options. A, we could buy the house, with 1 or 2 or 3 of these chunks of land. Or we could also consider just buying the land or part of the land to build on. This is located nicely. It's only 15-20 minutes outside of Cape Girardeau, which is a really good size and growing city. So anyways, let's get in the Polaris, Jesse's buggy, and take a ride, and we'll talk about the land and see some pretty scenery and get some fresh air. Thanks. There's Jesse.
There's some nice fishing in them ponds.
They said they're stocked. I didn't realize there was 3. I thought there was only 1.
So the first thing I want to see is if we were able to buy the house with 157 acres, where the neighboring property would be, and that's right up here on the left. So we probably couldn't afford this left piece, which is, it's either 60 or 90 acres, but right around where we're at, like right in here, is where the new neighbor would be. So if we turned around and looked back at the house here, you potentially have a neighbor up that close. I mean, it's a few hundred yards, but it's just something to keep in mind.
Oh, up there. Look at that. That's where the little... Oh, the pond's way up there.
Wow.
That's that little pavilion.
So this is where we were just sitting, where the new line would be on the back side, which would be the left from here. But if we could, we would want to buy this piece that we're going on. So first we're going to go look at this pond. I don't remember how many acres it is. I feel like they said it was 4 acres, but you can't see it from the house. There is a small pond up by the house if you saw last episode. So now let's look at the big pond, which is really pretty here. So this would be on the second parcel, which... right there, babe. So one of our plans, plan B, C, D, or E is to build a home, just to buy a piece of land. So as we're looking at this piece, you could see here this really pretty on this hillside up here we're going to come to. So we're also considering, okay, what if we just bought this 90-acre piece or the 90 and the 160 and then built up here on this hillside? It's a really nice building spot. That's what we're going to look at and talk about. But you're going to be able to see both the road down there, the gravel road coming in, and the other home across the pond up there on the next hillside. But it is a very beautiful spot for someone to build right here.
They had a vision, and then it kind of squashed the whole deal.
That's kind of what we're seeing now looking at farms is the houses.
Yep.
It's kind of a drag.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times too, I'm going to go up or right. This is going to head up into the...
Yeah, I want to go up and see that ridge up there.
So straight ahead is where that park is too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now we're going up the main ridge on the 90-acre piece. A couple things to consider when you're buying hill country and ridge property. A, you saw us have to stop and put it in low gear 4-wheel drive. It is steep. It may not look it that much on camera, but it is steep. And the other thing to consider is, okay, if you're buying in hill country, how much of the ground can you actually use? So the higher we get up on this ridge top, you're going to see it's a narrow ridge top. Obviously some are a lot wider than others. Some are steeper and more gentle. Some are like flat on top, but literally straight up and down. So they're all different down here in hill country. But this particular one, we're still going uphill a ways, but it gets really narrow up here on top. I mean, if you could afford to run power in that up here, you could consider building back up on this hill, but it's not very wide.
Straight through the woods that way.
So if you recall, one of the last episodes where I mentioned I would like to do some deer hunting, maybe be like a very part-time outfitter. One of the attractions to this property is you see all this shaded out stuff. It's like a 3,500 acre park, public park, and there's no hunting allowed. So that is a huge bonus for the deer hunting. However, it is public access, and as you're going to see, we saw kind of something really surprising for how remote this park is. Well, you'll see here in a minute what we stumble across that is like right on the border of your private and this public 3,000 acres.
Well, I imagine, if this is a looper, we don't know yet. I imagine it might come back down.
I'm hoping it does. That'd be nice.
I'm not sure I want you turning around on the edge over here.
No?
We'll get out like
Yeah, you turn around.
Thank you guys.
We'll get
Appreciate
out. I'll spot you.
give us your phone first.
Yeah, that's right.
In your wallet.
Yeah, and my social, my insurance number.
Jeez. Wow.
Resembles something like Billboard. He's got some ridges like this.
I can't wait to see his farm. I haven't seen it yet.
That area.
He's gonna be like a kid in a candy.
Oh yeah, he already is. Spectrum Internet is what he said.
place have to be pretty tough to hunt, I would think, man.
Some of it, yeah, I see one down there.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. All right.
Yeah, so, and that blue on the tree typically means it too, so there's a scrape down there too. They probably run this.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Right, it's still going. Yeah, okay, so there's the blue timer. Okay.
I wonder if it runs onto the government.
It's got to. I mean, we're almost.
Yeah, we're right on the line.
Yeah.
Pull up there and let me look at that sign quick.
It should be scattered all over the place. Looks like someone broke this one. Oh, there's a pen probably. Yeah. Down there. Let's see what that is.
Yeah, that's got to be just a line marker.
Oh, this is a trail. Right here.
Oh, a government trail. Public trail, okay. There's somebody broke that sign, but this is the government ground back here.
All right, so you think you got a 3,000 or 3,500 acre no hunting, no side-by-sides allowed property next to you, and here they have a hiking trail, literally right down the border of your property. So, you know, for a deer hunting aspect, you know, granted it's rugged. I mean, it's steep here, so you wouldn't think that many people hike it. But then again, you know, I said to Sharon, I'm like, you know, everybody that lives in the city wants out of the city, and they go to parks and things, and if they want to hike and enjoy the woods, here they're going to hike right down the edge of your property. Even though it's very remote, you know, who knows how often, weekly, you know, every day, every other day, who knows, but just something to consider.
That's a hiking trail.
Is it?
I don't know. It,
2 feet, right? Get this thing turned around one. Oh, good. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense.
So at least for little ways here, everything on the right, there's blue markers. That's that 3,000 acre park down there. And then as we continue back, it kind of separates the line, and the private goes down this steep ridge, you know, quite a ways. The farther we head south away from this north line, the north property line.
Wow.
What is that orange or red circle?
I think. Yeah. Cape Girardeau is kind of one of the popular areas.
So coming off the ridge, here's a look at that possible building site. I mean, we're going to stop here and kind of look at it. It just lays out really nice. I mean, it's sloped all the way up and down, but not that terrible down here. You would overlook the pond, and you could see all the hills in the background. You'd have some really pretty views here if you did, you know, decide to build in this spot.
Comes down here. There was a trail up here. It's right back where we started. There's a trail right here. You guys want to take that one and see what happens?
yeah, because this 90 here follows the road. Or this 60, whatever it was. I mean, this would be a great building spot, you know, right up here if you.
Right.
I agree. I just saw one of the sheds.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess this time.
Yeah, they can find them all over the place.
We're the worst luck shed trainers.
I am too. too, and I do this for a friggin' living. Although most times I'm not really paying attention. So, people now.
So this 90-acre piece is pretty diverse, but you could see up here by the buildings, you got some line pressure on this side from a neighbor. You got the residence there, and then you also got a deer stand up like right on the line. There's a fence line you'll see here. But the big ridge we went up on was part of this 90. Then you had that 4-acre pond kind of in the middle almost, and then now you got a little bit of bottom field here where it looks like they might have a food plot or a clover plot. But now we're going to hit this trail at the base of the ridge that we drove. Really pretty down here, and it follows a cool fence line.
Might be a trail right here too, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's up to you. Let's take this trail. Just to show you. So the property line is right here somewhere. As far as where, I don't know exactly where.
Oh, there's an orange way there.
Where?
On the left.
Oh yeah. Okay, so no, that's way off. But there's probably the corner. That corner is probably right there. I guess.
Corner? What do you mean by corner?
Right here. That's a corner.
Oh, okay, where it angles. All right.
So
okay.
I guess I'm gonna assume that's it, and you know it's off by a little bit, obviously.
Okay, I see.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this 90, yeah, this parallels the house one.
Yep.
Right.
So there was a trail. We were just up there.
Okay. Yeah, we're on the next ridge over.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're still on this track too. So it includes that field, that field, and that field, that field, that field. Yeah, right there. So it's all of the road. Okay, so the road over all this. So we're heading down here towards the entrance. Does that make sense? I got myself confused for a second.
Okay, so this is a big consideration for not only this property, but any property. So we're going down the driveway now. And this driveway literally splits the property in half. So every time you come in, or a visitor comes in, or UPS comes in and out the gravel driveway, as you could see, the bottom fields, which you could see here are corn food plots, are right along the driveway. And you got the beautiful ridges out here on the perimeters. So if you're, into deer hunting and you're having food plots, it's going to be right up by the gravel road. It could get interfered with easy if you have somebody coming or going, unless you have a gate closed down here and locked. So it's just food for thought. I mean, obviously this might be sold in 3 different parcels on each side of the road, but it's going to affect every one of them parcels. The fact that the road goes right through the center of it. I mean, that's why I designed the property that we live on, that we're selling. We actually built the road on the very northern edge of the property so that it had a more minimal impact on your deer hunting and privacy on the rest of the property. Just food for thought. So after spending the morning there, we thought it over. We even talked about, they did offer us if we just wanted to buy the land, and they would have left like 20 some acres with the house. We could have purchased that. The problem was being so close to Cape that they had already turned down like $5,400 an acre on the bids. So for us to buy the land, I mean, it would have been at the high end of what land is going for, because it was pretty close to Cape. So we'd have been paying, $5,000 plus, maybe $5,500 an acre, depending on how much we wanted. So, we chewed on that for a day or two, and the house just had, too many things that were going to need fixing in the near future. So, it wasn't like a brand new move-in. So there would have been a lot of expenses with the home, and just the way it laid out, it was a little bit steeper than what we would like for the land, and it was definitely priced pretty high. The price with the home wasn't that bad. We could have been in it for like around 1.3 with the home and 150 acres. But the overall package, we decided, well, we're not going to pursue an offer on this one. And then we have a couple more that we've now looked at, and we actually have put in another offer. So definitely stay tuned. Appreciate you joining us. Don't forget, hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and have a great evening. Thanks a lot.